is why I created Preventive Threat Management as a training system, because I went through different types of training. I went through martial arts schools. In the military, I was trained for combat, but not for civilian application. In other words, no concept of law, no concept of psychology based upon what we need as everyday citizens. So training for the military was not applicable for legally defending myself as a citizen in the United States. So that's not applicable, that kind of training where it doesn't matter what level of force you're using and how much force and where your bullets go. That's not applicable for a civilian. So that training I had to replace with a different form of training. And then when you're training in fight training and sport training or traditional martial arts, that's not related, again, to survival. So I had to create a system that gave you the missing pieces, no matter what your training is, that enhances your training. You'd be a great boxer, a great fighter in sports, and this training will enhance your training. This training system specifically enhances everyone's training, no matter what your background is. So you could be special forces, you could be a champion wrestler, you could be a champion jiu-jitsu practitioner, karate master. This training is definitely necessary for you because it gives you the missing components you'll need to enhance your survival under all conditions. And that is the understanding of psychology, the understanding of law, and the understanding of skills in that order. So when you understand psychology, you understand the thought process of yourself and others, so you can make really good decisions and understand the decisions they're making prior to them taking an action. When you can read human behavior, when you can understand the thought process and how it affects the subconscious behavior of another person, you can be ahead of their decision making and keep yourself and your family safer. So understanding psychology is the most important thing we teach. Reading body language and projecting body language in such a way that you create non-adversarial interactions and nonviolent outcomes by design. The second most important thing we teach is law. Understanding law, civil and criminal law, and how it affects your life. Your decisions to say something or do something should take into account what are the civil and legal applications as it relates to this type of situation. How is it related to my decision making? How will I possibly be prosecuted, or how could I be not prosecuted if I don't say or don't do something? Remember that everything you say and do will either increase or decrease your survivability, and that includes your financial survival. And that includes your freedom. So everything you say and do will either increase or decrease your condition and make it better or worse. So our training will specifically train you on how to say and do things in a way that makes it so it's more difficult for someone to prosecute you or to sue you in a situation. We will enhance your knowledge legally, so what you say will create a condition where it'll be more difficult to misunderstand you, and it'll be more difficult for someone to seek a way of suing you or prosecuting you based upon your actions. So it's very important to understand law, both civil and criminal, when it comes to protecting yourself, your family, your community, or your corporation. So we want to make sure we arm you with all this knowledge of both civil and criminal ramifications of action and inaction, so you can make the best possible decision for you and your family, so that you can decrease your likelihood of having problematic legal problems and increase your likelihood of having a positive legal interaction.